Anyway, if you saw our last video, you know that we left Scotland heading back down to Yorkshire because time's ticking away and we need to get cracking. We've got 2 months now until we're hoping to be out of this house and living in the van full time. So it's really, really exciting, but we're very conscious that we needed to crack on.
Hi, so if you can hear me, we've just dropped some stuff off out of storage locker and now we're just getting the lift back.
Morning everyone. Apologies about the light. We're obviously back in the bricks and mortar and the lighting isn't great, so I've come up to the best place that I can for it. Anyway, if you saw our last video, you know that we left Scotland heading back down to Yorkshire because time's ticking away and we need to get cracking. We've got 2 months now until we're hoping to be out of this house and living in the van full time. So it's really, really exciting, but we're very conscious that we needed to crack on. Today's the 1st of January, so we thought, why not just get on with it? So this morning I've sorted out our storage, which is really, really exciting because it's something that we know that we needed to do. We're not planning on keeping lots of things, but there's definitely some things that we do need to keep and that we do need storage for. So I've been having a look, reading reviews. I'm a big fan of reading reviews, so yeah. Always try and do that. But finding the best option for us. So I found a great one. It's got keypad entry, it's got obviously all the usual security measures that you would expect with a storage place. Size wise it's perfect for us. It also means that we won't be able to keep too much stuff, so we'll have to be lean with that, which is always a good thing. But we get that from next Monday, so that means that, as I say, we can start getting rid of stuff, we can start sorting stuff, there'll be tip runs. Yeah, it's going to be busy. Last night as well, we finally got around to ordering our van seat covers. We'd been looking at a few options. We knew that we wanted a dark colour, first and foremost, obviously because of Lucky, but you know, it's van life when we're in the UK, it's rainy, it's muddy, it's all sorts. It was just an easier option for us. So we sorted those. As I say, we had a look at a few options. We ended up going for dry robe. The reason that we went for dry robe is because, first of all, they do a black option, which is what we wanted. We definitely didn't want white. I've already got a dry robe, so I know how good their products are. So that was an easy choice, especially when they did it in the colour that we wanted. If you've seen our short, you know that we've also already had delivered our mains box because we're going to be sorting some hookup into the van. This was something that we realised that we really, really needed when we were away in Scotland over Christmas. So that's really, really exciting. I've also been on Amazon. I've ordered us some heavy duty bin bags. I've ordered us some storage boxes, all in preparation for the big clean up and clean out, basically. It's been quite the delivery day for us. We've had quite a few packages from Amazon. We've also had a delivery from DPD as well. So, as I said before, these are things that we need either in terms of clearing up the house, clearing out the house, packing things up, getting stuff sorted, or they're things to do with sort of extra upgrades and improvements that, particularly from being away in Scotland, we've realised that we've needed, or just items that we just want to upgrade because ours are a few years old. But anyway, I'll show you some of the things that we've bought and give you some of the reasons as to why we've bought them as well. Morning. So it's Sunday morning. I'm going to spin you around in a second and show you the snow because we actually got some here in East Yorkshire. Normally it's, particularly where we live, it's normally predicted, or when it is, it's predicted. But then we never get any. So we've actually got some. So check this out. Proper snow, and I'm in the van, so it makes a nice change from being in the house, doesn't it? So while Stevie's still over in the house sorting out the electronic things that he's capable of doing, I've come over to the van. I've brought the dry robe van covers over with me. We're going to have a look. I'll show you our old seat covers, just to give you an idea of why it is we're looking to upgrade. The dry robe van seat covers are a universal fit, so they're described as being suitable and for fitting most cars and most vans. So it is a bit of a suck it and see. I can't imagine that they're not going to, but we still just need to check, obviously. But I'm just going to spin you around and show you the state of the seat covers as we've got them at the moment. So you can see that they're a bit tired and they've seen better days. They weren't cheap. The reason that they've ended up, I'm gonna get hit by that. The reason that they've ended up kind of so worn and battered is, first of all, because of Lucky, not that I'm putting all the blame onto him. The other reason is that although we've got a spinner seat, a lot of the time we're kind of jumping through to the back. So what we've done, we've gone for ones with dry robe, simply because, first of all, they did them in black. We had a look at other ones, really, really nice ones, but they didn't do them in black or a dark colour. As I said earlier, because we've got Lucky, because we're going to be going full time, we wanted to invest in something decent. The fact that it's that it's going to be dark, less grub, etc. shows up, and they're machine washable. I'm not saying that others aren't, but these are machine washable, and that's a great thing. These are the dry robe seat covers that we bought. They took, delivery said between 3 and 5 business days. To be fair, we ordered them, I think, just before New Year, and they turned up really, really quickly, because you never know, you know, between New Year and Christmas how stuff's going to go. So dry robe. So you get, the way that you can order them just as a single. So this is the single here. You can also order a double. Now, because we're looking at doing all of the front cover band seats, we got the single and the double. Steve is probably going to tell me off or say that I'm waffling, so I do apologise, but I like a good chat. When I can get into them, these are the double ones. So as you can see, obviously they've got the dry robe logo, but they've got, who doesn't want a furry bottom in winter? They've got a lovely cover, and it is really, really soft. It's fleece lined, and you've got, you can obviously see these bits go over your headrests here, and then it's sort of just a fit over. There's elasticator straps and things under there. This is probably one of the worst review things ever, isn't it? But hey ho. And then again, it's the same with the single, so you've got that to go over the driver's seat. I think all in, it was £120. It was 50 quid for the single cover and 70 quid for the double. And that's just a flat price regardless of what colour you get. So anyway, I've clambered into the front just to show you sort of a better view of what we mean about the seat covers, and just how we've abused them, really. So I couldn't resist. I've had a sneaky little try. I haven't sort of properly fitted them or anything, but it's looking good. I'll show you. So after all that, guys, the devastating news is that the driver's seat cover fits, but the double passenger one doesn't. Such is life, and they're only van seat covers. Hey ho, they are only van seat covers, aren't they? There's worse things in life. But yeah, so it's kind of back to the drawing board to decide whether we keep the driver's seat one, which is no real bad idea, and just return the double seater, or whether we return the whole lot. Because ideally we wanted something that was, why is the only word I can think of, furry? Fleece. So ideally we wanted fleece seat covers, just because, you know, comfier, warmer, just better all round, really. If we don't get them, I guess it's not the end of the world. Sorry, I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. Because I thought I got us the right thing. And I thought, Universal, hey, it's going to fit our van.
I'm not really upset about the van seat covers. I'm upset that I got it wrong. Honestly, Liz, it's just van seat covers. Get over it. Get over it. The driver's chair, dry road seat cover, because for all intents and purposes, that looks like it will fit. I'm not entirely sure. Stevie will be able to explain this better. The reason Stevie can explain all this better is that he had the van before I came along. So he's done a lot of the upgrades and the modifications before I even came into his life. So that's why he understands a lot of these things better. But I think what the issue is that because our passenger seat is a spinner seat, which means that you can lift the seat up. There's then 6 screws underneath that we unscrew those, spin the seat round, and it gives us more space in our medium wheelbase crafter, basically. But because it's raised, that I think is the issue as to why they're not fitting. So whilst I am gutted, disappointed, upset, this is reality. This is what happens, just because, as I said, I made a joke, it's universal, but we're the people it's not universal for. So why not include all this information, because it is real life. And again, I say, I know it's only van seat covers. It's not right. Shaking it off. New plan. We'll take the seat covers back in. Gonna go and try and find some replacements. To be honest, I wasn't expecting them not to fit, so that's my own fault. But I didn't film any of it. Probably a good thing, because but basically they just wouldn't. I know I keep saying they wouldn't fit, but they weren't quite big enough for our seats. Our seat was a bit too big for them. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
So also, just to let you know, one of the other things that's arrived is this. Ta-da! It's a new cordless window vac. If you saw our video, I think it was about 3 months ago, called Van Life Travel Essentials, basically our top 10 items that we always carry with us. One of them was a window vac. Now, I proper fangirled over that one. It was a Beldray one. There's nothing wrong with it. She's still working, but she's just a little bit tired. To be fair, we've had her for quite a few years now. So naturally, I looked at reviews and found what we think is the best one for us. There's lots of different varieties, lots of different prices out there. We've gone for the Karcher, if you can see it. It's a Karcher VW1 cordless window vac. Basically, it just sounds ideal. It's a little bit smaller, so, not hugely so, but we get to save a little bit of space, which, going from part-time to full-time van living, space is obviously of an absolute premium. Right then, gang, we're just off to go and find Mr. Walker, who is currently cutting a hole in the van, I hear. So, yeah, we'll go see what he's up to.
So that was the first cut. Time to make the hole bigger now. So, if any of you follow us on Instagram, then you'll know that I'm actually putting a mains hookup in the van. So, just tracing the wires in. Had to drill a few test holes just to see where I could actually get it in. One test hole, and that was the one that's right in front of it, and that was just right in front of it. Pillar. Alright. Yeah, anyway, it's going in. So, that's it in anyway. So what I'm going to do now is feed the cable through the 230 cable that'll be fed from the consumer unit, and we'll feed the van with my delightful
Able assistant.
Is that what it is?
Hi. So I'm on t'other end waiting for the cable to come through, and when it comes through, what is it I'm shouting, Stevie?
House.
House. Right, I'm ready and waiting.
Okie dokes. Right, on that note.
Right, just remember that you've put some covering over this, so.
Right, so that's the cable in. As you've seen on other videos. So I'm going to wrap it on the head for this evening. That's I'll just get my shit out of the way. So that's the consumer box. So hold on, put some light in here for you. That's the consumer box done now. And wired in. So the white cable, that'll go to a battery charger, and then the top black cable, that'll go to the mains in the van. The bottom one's obviously your feed-in, which I've already shown you. That comes from that thing, but you've already seen that because I did that the other day. Disco lights. One of the other jobs we're going to do is change the grey water hose whilst we're in here. Well, this is starting to it's just shit, man. It needs changing, so I'm going to change it. Well, I say I'm going to change it.
Am I changing it? Here is said flexible hose. Here is the end. Let's put it into the hole. But it is. Sorry. It's a good fit.
So yeah, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to change the grey water hose. There you go.
There you go.
How you change grey water hoses? Because I'm 51 now, you know. I can't be spending all day on my knees and that. Oh, you bloody hell, that was me back just snapped.
Spending all down your feet full stop, Stephen.
Right, here we go. Oh, this is fucking tough work, this.
I'm going in.
There's lots of funny noises happening. There you go.
What's happened?
So what happened, Liz?
Apart from me just falling into the cupboard. So, we got the old waste pipe off, we've got the new one, we went to fit it on and it didn't quite fit. So, what I've done, I've taught...
Come on, Liz, what have you done?
I've taught Stevie a tip. So, he didn't know this, so what I showed him was that we took, obviously the other end, but for explanation purposes, the other end of this, heated up some water in the kettle, put it into a mug, dipped the end in so that we just improved the elasticity of that genuinely is my phrase, by the way, but we improved the elasticity, or I also thought to describe it as affecting the compound matter. So that, let me take you, excuse me guys, come with me. And then what I did was I did some wiggling and some joining. Basically, it just meant that it could fit on there, didn't it? But Stevie was agog. Agog. Alright, anyway.
Come on, Liz, get it tightened up.
Tooled up, let's go. Oh, hang on, I just need to find the fucking screw. Sorry, I'm not swearing. Oh, can't get my fat head in here. Oh. So we have a storage shelf underneath our sink, and one of the things we need to be
come and have a look at the storage shelf?
I will show them in a sec, but one of the things we need to be careful of is the cables, the wires, etc. So I'll show you. So this is our shelf. Another thing that this clever man made, but as you can see,
just need to check.
as you can see, this is, that's all the cabling there, and then it's a slide out shelf. So this is the moment of truth.
So much better.
Admittedly, it would have been nice if there wasn't a load of crap on the side, but hey ho.
So if you're enjoying watching the adventure so far, please consider subscribing and don't forget to smash the like button. Thanks again for watching.